Subcommittee meeting of March 11th, 2014. Next up, Jeff Scott, CEO and President of Olympus Insurance Company.
Thank you very much for hearing my remarks. The reason I'm here today was to specifically discuss assignment of benefits, because what I've seen up until now has led me to believe that we have not done a good job articulating the enormity and the gravity of this situation. That assignment of benefits could be the single largest impact to our industry that we've seen in years. Much, much greater than sinkhole, greater than most of the other perils that we've dealt with in the past. Let me explain how this is really taking place. Maybe a $1,000 water mitigation job. Contractor submits a bill for $10,000. The contractor is then trained to immediately submit it to their collection law firm, who immediately sues us. And they say, well, listen, here's your choice. You pay the entire $10,000 plus our legal fee of $2,500, or we sue you. And guess what? Now, because they're an assignee, the courts have construed that as standing in the shoes of the insured so that they can take advantage of the statute that was designed to recover legal fees if they have to sue their company to collect the benefit. I showed a few of the members of this committee an example where we had paid an insured for a water loss. And then, in fact, that loss had been disputed. We settled with the insured through a public adjuster. And so we probably overpaid the loss, in our view. And then after that was settled, we received an invoice from the water mitigation company that had been in the first place, looking for $8,000. We said, first of all, it's a $2,000 loss. Second of all, it's already been paid and settled. And we litigated it. Judge said, it's an assignment of benefits. Too bad you paid the insured and settled with the insured. That's too bad. Your problem, even though we didn't know about it. And then we got a legal bill demand for $1.1 million. That is $35 that will be filed as a cost for every one of our 50,000 insureds. One claim. If these forms are in the hands of contractors immediately following a cat, what we think could be a $20 or $30 billion loss will be a $50, $60, $70 billion loss. This is absolutely one of the most pending crises we have. I brought in data, and I think that
we've handed it out.
This is just our company's claims data. For the Southeast, for a water loss without an assignment of benefits, the average loss is $12,000. When there's an assignment of benefits, it's $32,000. It's staggering.
Okay, questions, members? Any questions? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Scott. Thanks for your testimony. Next up.
Call to order the meeting of the Insurance and Banking Subcommittee. Next, Mr. Scott. Is he still here?
Thank you. Still here. Thank you.
And please identify your...
I'm Jeffrey Scott. I'm the President and Chief Executive Officer of Olympus Insurance Company. We have about 90,000 homeowners in the state of Florida. Represents just under 2% of the Florida marketplace, about $40 billion of insured value homes. I'm amazed at how much misdirection I hear up here, and maybe that's because people aren't in the weeds dealing with claims like I am every single day, like my people are every single day. But from my perspective, Florida's broken. There's no question about that. We have a culture to inflate claims, anywhere from puffery to fraud, and it's accepted. I want to give you a couple of examples, real-life examples, because what we've heard now is speculation. I brought in a few claims, and by the way, I picked out non-Southeast Florida claims because, I'll be honest with you, Citizen showed you 2013 accident year data. 2014 is going to show a very different story. This is a cancer that has metastasized all along the East Coast. This is about a 1,000-page manual. I think Representative Santiago asked about this. Are there standards? Here is the IICR standard reference. This is exactly, for every instance, how a water claim is supposed to be handled. Square footage, fans, negative scrubbers, moisture tests, how to dry out walls. Every single thing is in here. When applying these standards, we employ an independent firm to peer review, like a neutral evaluation. I bring one here from Port St. Lucie, 874 square foot house. In this particular case, they came in at $3,300 to clean an 874 square foot home. The bill from the water mitigation company came in at $17,245. There's a $1,250 check fee that they charge for taking the check because it has the name of the bank on it. Even though it's their own employees, they're charging 20% for overhead and profit. That's $3,000 alone, more than the entire estimate. That's in Port St. Lucie. I have another one here from Kissimmee. The peer review, using these IRC standards, just under $5,000. The bill, just under $18,000. A difference of $13,000.
Mr. Scott, I think you made your point. We appreciate your testimony, and we're going to move on, and I hope you understand, but we have very limited time, and we want to get some different perspective. Okay. Next.